Well, they say it never rains in Southern California. It's true today. A very pleasant day for football at Dignity Health Sports Park. A warm welcome from me, Derek Ray. I'm joined for commentary by the former Arsenal and England defender, Lee Dixon. And we have pre-season group stage action coming right up for you. It's Barcelona up against Inter.
Yeah, first game of their pre-season. Time to dust off those cobwebs and start getting the fitness back, Derek. Wouldn't be surprised to see the manager give some of the young players a ride out too. There's definitely a few on the cusp of breaking into the first team.
Well, this is what we think for Barcelona. Marc-André ter Stegen in goal. Clément Lenglet plays alongside Piqué in the middle of the defence. And the lead striker today is Lionel Messi. Inter's lineup is as follows. Samir Handanovic begins in goal. Stefan de Vrij plays with Milan Skriniar in central defence. And as for the attacking tandem, Alexis Sanchez plays alongside Romelu Lukaku.
Thank you for attending. Have a great time at today's match.
And this confrontation is underway. Griezmann. They've lost it. Delightful pass. Now the task is to remain focused. An early goal. It is the ideal opening.
Well, here's the goal again, and it's a great ball to put him through. And when he gets through to the keeper, he just smashes it past him and gives him no chance to think. A lovely finish. Well, it can be difficult being a manager at times, none more so than now.
So underway again here. Can Inter come up with the right answer? Well, a significant reorganisation within the football club and a new manager in place. Lee, what sort of impact are you expecting from him?
Well, it's a big change and they'll absolutely expect him to hit the ground running. Huge expectations of the title this season, and rightly so with the squad that's available. That has to be the target, Derek, if not success in the cup as well.
Ter Stegen was always going to make that save. Lukaku. Not out of the woods yet. Oh, nothing untoward happened. De Jong. Dembele. Now with Messi. Possession given away, unfortunately. Lukaku. Well, that's one for them to pursue. Well, what an opportunity, but really good defending, you've got to say. Well, very effective goalkeeping to touch it over. Short corner it is. Well, he stopped them in their tracks. And winning it back. Great strong tackle, throw in forthcoming. And space for them here on the flank. Brozovic. Now it's Alexis Sanchez. Determined defending. Well, he's thwarted him almost effortlessly. Pedri. Bodies forward and the break looks on. Well, so many possibilities, but it didn't happen for them. Strength and control, a big part of his game. Eriksson. The referee spotted the infringement, and it will be a free kick in a position of genuine menace. Long way out this. And a goal, almost bewitching in its beauty. Excellent technique.
Well, here it is again, and I could watch this over and over. You could actually tell the keeper where this is going to go, and he still wouldn't save it. Brilliant goal. Well, the happy times are back. The coach is more than delighted by his team's response.
Even Steven, one apiece on this match. Given away by Barcelona. Young. Lukaku. Opportunity it is. Lukaku! And the goalkeeper covered a lot of ground to push that away from danger. And unable to keep possession. Promising avenue of attack favoured by Messi. Well, couldn't keep it. Barella. Young. Lukaku. Barella has it. Well, that's the kind of player you want from your defender. Messi. Dembele on the ball. And giving it away. Might be able to produce from this position. And the ruling is offside here. Messi. Oh, he's given the ball away unnecessarily. Young. Barella has it. Oh, lovely ball. Young. Have they given him too much space? Well, a chance here perhaps to invigorate their aerial targets. And over comes the corner.
Well, here we can see it again, and no wonder the manager is furious. They just have to get tighter, have to deal with the danger. Not good enough at all defensively.
Well, the first 45 minutes have come and gone here in Catalonia. You've certainly got to give this man high marks for his work up to this point, Lee.
Well, his manager will be delighted with him. He's been spot on in this game, hasn't he? Energy, imagination, desire, and a steely determination.
Well, the referee blowing his whistle to indicate that the second half is underway. It's Inter with the lead, but still there is work to do. Opportunity in the wide area. Well, he's got past his man. No, not the best challenge. Excellent ball towards the front post. Well, quite simply, the cross was too close to the keeper. Griezmann. Pedri. Intelligent threaded pass here. Messi. Well, nothing productive, really. He does read the game magnificently, Busquets, and there was the evidence. Hakimi. Alexis Sanchez. Well, there might well be scope for them to counter-attack here. Young.
Congratulations to today's
Romelu Lukaku now. Threaded through by Lukaku. And he's made it a brace for himself. The defender's just unable to stay with him. And he's having a field day.
Well, here's the replay. It's a really lovely through ball. And sometimes, with all the time in the world, you can fluff your lines. But he composes himself and slips it past the keeper beautifully. Well, his players have followed his every command and some. The coach must be delighted.
No shortage of goals in this match. 3-1. Lionel Messi. Dembele. A lot of newspaper speculation on the subject of Sevilla, and if the rumours are true, then it does appear that they're about to add to their squad in rather an interesting way, Lee. Can he get one back? And that's sound goalkeeping. Corner for Barcelona. And they're making a change. And now the delivery. And a struggle to get it away properly. Terrific block there.
Well, as we see, Inter in control of possession here, really starting to dictate the tempo of this game now. And they're creating chances as well. I'm not sure their opponents seem to have the answer, to be honest. They can't seem to get a foothold in this game.
Now, what can Inter do from this position? An effective challenge. Sergio Busquets. Good pressure to win the ball back. Oh, that pass easy on the eye. Messi. Pedri. On to Messi. Well, it's come down to the final 20 minutes here. Well, that's really sound goalkeeping, not letting the opposition have any scraps. Space and time for the cross. Corner kick forthcoming. Over it comes. And they could face difficulties here. And whipped into the box. And they deal with the threat this time. Well, nothing comes of the attack when all is said and done. Inside the last quarter of an hour. And a clear foul, but the referee letting the play flow. Lukaku. Now with Messi. Well, let's make no bones about it. This is a thorough thrashing, Lee.
Well, how do you mark that out of 10? For Barcelona, I'm going to give them 5. Not a good performance at all for me. Very disjointed, no cohesion, teamwork all over the place. Work to be done on the training ground, that's for sure.
That's a nice-looking ball. Not all that hard to deal with crosses like that. Barella. And the emphasis is on creativity. Fine tackle there to prevent the chance. Pedri. Given away by Barcelona. Andrea Pinamonti. Well, strong play here. Theme emerging of wasted possession. Great defending from Busquets. Well, far from the ideal pass. So 2 minutes to be added on at the end. Pedri. Lionel Messi. Looking confident with the ball at his feet. And Lionel Messi giving it away, not really like him. The referee blows his whistle for full time and Barcelona have lost. That is the big story. Lee, what did you make of it?
A real lack of concentration for me has cost them today. Mistakes too. Manager will be looking around for that drawing board to start all this again. They were poor today, Derek.
And in the final analysis, Christian Eriksen will receive plaudits aplenty.
Well, he never gave that back line a chance to get a breath. 2 goals for the lad today. Played superbly well, looked really sharp, constantly playing on the shoulder of the last defender. A real handful.
Delightful. Well, hello, wherever you happen to be around the world. The venue for this match is BC Place in Vancouver. Derek Ray here on the commentary box, joined as always by former England defender Lee Dixon. And we have more live action from the pre-season second group stage. It's the Seattle Sounders versus Barcelona.
Yeah, both teams with one eye on those knockout stages now, looking to get 3 points on the board today. Maybe only pre-season, but let's not forget there's silverware to be won. A cup's at the end of this.
Excellent defending. An early goal. It is the ideal opening.
Well, here's the replay, and it's a lovely quick counter-attack that sets up the chance. And then the sheer power of the strike, really impressive. It's a thunderbolt. Well, just look at the reactions on the touchline. They just need to keep their composure now. This is far from over.
One 0 then. Bruin. Lodeiro. Taken away by Sergio Busquets. Quick thinking. Griezmann gets himself into the attacking third with the ball at his feet. Ball is loose. And I think the threat has been averted. They've got it now, what can they do? Could be! And it's come off the keeper! Good defending to prevent the chance. It is to be a throw-in. Chance to cross. Messi. Well, diving magnificently to make sure he got there. And over comes the corner. Not getting a strong fist on the ball. Just the clearance that was needed.
Well, they were so close to levelling there, Derek, weren't they? But the keeper had other thoughts. It was really good goalkeeping from him, wasn't it?
And Barca moving the ball with purpose. In with a chance! There's no escaping the fact that they really should be two in front.
Well, you look back at games sometimes and you say, when was the defining moment? That could have been it. Well, he knows they've missed a golden opportunity to extend the lead there, but they're still in the lead, not all doom and gloom.
Freddie Montero. Oh, and a perfect ball now. How about this? Just unable to get his cross beyond the first defender.
Is waiting for you. Thank you.
Pedri. Pjanic. Griezmann. Messi. In a position from which they could potentially do a bit of damage here. Messi! Well, really fine goalkeeping. Good diving stop.
Well, he's doing everything in his power to help his team get over the line here. He's kicking every ball.
And now the delivery. Not all that convincing defensively. De Jong. Now Messi. Gives it a go. Still a chance. And it crossed the touchline, so a throw in here. Pedri. Well, a top-notch piece of defensive judgment. Well, the counter chance looks very real. Well, that break looked so promising, but nothing coming from it. Messi. Well, not quite what he wanted to do with the pass. Oh, mistake by the keeper. Dembele. Promising sequence. And making the move to the inside. Well, that attempt was never going to trouble the scoreboard operator.
Well, you're taught as a youngster, technique, technique, technique. He didn't have any there.
And unable to keep possession. He's very adept at protecting the ball. So hard to overcome Jordi Alba.
Well, the stats don't lie, Derek. Barcelona controlling the play over the last 15 minutes.
And he's through here. It's got to be. Can they stop it going in? Still a chance. Into the goalkeeper's grateful grasp at the second time of asking, but first time around, it was a good deal more complicated.
Oh, it's a fabulous save initially. He gets the ball in the end with great relief.
Lionel Messi. Now Griezmann. Jordi Alba. Opportunity. Messi! But it can't get all the way through. And breaking at pace with menace. Deserves credit for winning the ball back. Messi. Lodeiro. Nuhu. The ball with Montero. Wasteful again in possession. And now passing it through. Messi just needs to remain composed. A goal! That's two for him today. They simply can't stop him. No wonder he's celebrating.
Well, here it is again. It's all about the pace in transition. They were so quick to get out from the back, and he chooses to use power in the finish. Not much chance for the keeper when it's hit that hard. Well, his players have followed his every command and some. The coach must be delighted.
So the whistle then. We're at the halfway stage in this match. Well, we're highlighting Lionel Messi for a reason. He's asking plenty of questions of the defenders out there, Lee.
Well, he's been brilliant today. He's caused that back line all sorts of problems, shifting him around that box, and then getting his shots away. Absolutely fantastic.
And back in business here. I must say it was a breathtaking performance from Barca in the first half. Let's see how the second half pans out. A bit sloppy in possession. Alert defending. Bodies forward and the break looks on. Can they keep it going? It might be. And fired against the crossbar. Lodeiro. Superb defensive judgment to end the attack. Over the touchline for a throw-in.
For Seattle Sounders.
And they will make the change now.
Number 10, Nicolas Lodeiro. Entering the match, number 66, Kellen Rowe.
Well, Barcelona have had total control of possession. If you don't control the ball in midfield, it's very difficult to have enough of the ball to create chances for your strikers, and really has been a dominant performance.
Substitution then. Let's see how it affects the match. Bruin. Roldan. Well, it looked highly promising, but they got nothing out of it. Well, here's a story that has captured our attention. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is likely on his way to Atletico Lee.
Well, I've heard a fee mention of around 55 million.
And perhaps Griezmann! And there it is! 3 goals in front now! An immense performance!
Well, here's the replay, and as we see, it's a class ball through to split the defence and then through on goal. Do you go for placement or do you go for power? Well, he certainly wasn't messing around, was he? Absolutely smashes it past the keeper. It's a really lovely finish.
And time for the change now. So continuing with the game, and the fact of the matter is Barca are handing out a very harsh lesson. Half an hour remaining then. Giving the ball to the opposition that time. And making sure nothing untoward happened following the cross.
Substitution.
And a throw-in it's going to be.
Leading the match.
Time for a change then.
Nuhu Tolo. Entering the match, number 94, Jimmy Madronga.
This might have potential. A deep delivery. Simple for the keeper. Rowe. Good technique displayed. They couldn't maintain possession. And the conditions look pretty good for the counter-attack. No worries for the keeper. Well, an example of a counter-attack that went nowhere. Dembele. And return to Messi. De Jong. Very alert defending to cut off the supply. Messi. It might be on for them. Well, just went a bit too early, offside. They will now make use of their substitutes bench. Inside the last quarter of an hour. Plenty of players waiting in the middle, but nothing doing in an attacking sense. Over it comes. A really disappointing effort, you've got to say.
Well, he's way, way off target. A real poor effort with his head.
Disappointing pass. Trincao. Messi. And he got to it fairly easily. Intelligent threaded pass here. Great opportunity. Well, body in the way. And he's fired over the corner. Well, the flag has gone up. It was really close. And they're making a change. Real danger. Now Griezmann. Can he put it in? Still could be dangerous. Svensson. Junior Firpo. Cuts it back. And that, a piece of goalkeeping you're going to see again and again and again. Short corner it is. Messi. Clean challenge. And that is that. The final whistle has sounded, and it's a victory for Barcelona. Lee, what did you make of their performance?
Well, it must be a dream as a striker to play in this team. They create for fun and have a lovely attacking style about them. Clinical finishing today as well.
He's rarely quiet. He usually buzzes around everywhere, Lionel Messi. Your thoughts on the Messi performance, Lee?
Well, he never gave that back line a chance to get a breath. 2 goals for the lad today. Played superbly well, looked really sharp,